graders, and welcome to lesson 100 on simplifying decimals. This lesson is going to go really easy and smooth for you, I think. We can remove unnecessary zeros. I kind of already talked about that in the last lesson. Today you're going to be practicing getting rid of them and identifying them. These are zeros from the front of whole numbers and the back of decimal numbers. So for example, in this problem, okay, there are 3 different unnecessary zeros. The first one is before the 2. So in front of whole numbers, zeros are unnecessary. And at the back of decimal numbers, this 0 is needed because a whole number or a different decimal number that's not a 0 comes after it. But zeros on the way end of decimal numbers are not needed. So if I were to rewrite this, it would become 2.01. In this example, there's none in front, but there is one in the back of decimal numbers. We could get rid of this 0, and so we would be left with just 20. And on this side, we've got a 0 in front that we don't necessarily need, and we've got 2 in the back. So I could rewrite this as 0.2. Sometimes though, we keep this one and we write it as 0.2 to make it very clear that that decimal is there. Because sometimes just having the 0.2, the decimal number can get lost. The 0 makes sure that it doesn't. Either would be correct if you were simplifying it. All right, so here's our examples. Our examples tell us to simplify. A, B, and C are very straightforward. We're just simplifying the number. There's not even any arithmetic that needs to happen. So we kind of just did those up there. Why don't you pause the video, do them on your own, and then check to see how you did. Okay, how'd you do? This one I wrote it 2 ways because, like I said before, both could be considered correct. Although if there's more than one decimal, it's even more so the case that you don't need that 0 here like you do if it's just 1. All right, D and E. So now this requires, first you're going to do some arithmetic, and then you're going to simplify your answer by getting rid of zeros that we don't need. All right, so we've got 5 plus 5 is 10. 7 plus 7 is 14, so 15. 2 plus 3 is 5, plus 1 is 6. Bring down my decimal. So now I have 6.50. If this was money, I would need to leave 2 decimal places, and I would keep my 0 there anyway if it was money to show $6.50. But if it's not money, then this 0 is not needed. So our final answer would be 6.5. Okay, pause the video, try E, and then check your own work. 6 minus 6 is 0. 1 minus 4, can't do that. 11 minus 4 is 7. 3 minus 7, can't do that. So 13 minus 7 is 6. 1 minus 1 is 0. Bring down my decimal, and now I need to reduce it. Well, really, 1 minus 1, I could have written a 0 there. So now I need to reduce it. I'm going to cross off both of those zeros, and my final answer is 6.7. All right, the last part of this lesson tells us that you can add a 0 at the end of a decimal when needed. So the lesson says, or the question says, attach a 0 to the end of 2.5 without changing its value. No matter how many zeros I add to the end of it, or no matter how many zeros I put in front of it, it will not change the value of the number. The number still means the same, even though it's now got a lot more zeros. Okay, so 2.5 or 2 and 5/10. If I add a 0 to it, now it's 2 and 50 hundredths, but that's the exact same number. It has the same value. The value has not changed, even though the way we read the number has changed. So 2.50 would be the answer to this question. All right, that's all of this lesson, so I'll see you tomorrow.